Did you know that some people say that Christmas is a pagan holiday? But a jolly type of an adult figure secretly dispensing the contents of his sack for every child he can get to sounds pretty Catholic to me.
What you talking about, Willis?
Some people claim that Trump has Russian ties, but that's fake news, 'cause everyone knows that all of Trump's ties are made in China. I was at the park taking a rest after a long bike ride one summer day when I saw this woman sitting on the bench near me breastfeeding her baby while a friend of hers sat beside her overlooking the whole ordeal. When the woman asked her friend, "Tell me, Fiona, does my son resemble me or his father?" And Fiona replies, "Well, he looks like you, but he sucks like his father." I wanna love you. Teacher, Winnie, name one important thing we have today that we didn't have 15 years ago. Winnie, me. So my son and I developed this certain vocabulary terminology when he was growing up. And one example of the things we did was distorting the English vernacular. Like, for instance, when something bad happens to someone else, you typically say, "Aw, that's too bad." Well, we turned it into too bad. So instead of saying, "Oh man, that's too bad," we would bust out, "Too bad." Get it? You know, when you had a super duper long day at work and you were all tired and pissed off at the world and it's freezing cold outside and you're heading to the bus stop and you look up and you see the bus that usually only comes once every 45 minutes, so you for sure need to catch this bus because it's like 9:15 p.m. and God only knows when the next one will be coming, 'cause you're working in a God-forsaken factory in an industrial area. So you see it and it's about 2 stops away and you know that it'll take a Usain Bolt type of sprint 'cause you gotta run about half a football field to catch it. But you determine right then and there that you can and you will make it, so you start into the sprint of your life to catch the damn thing. And inside you're praying and hoping to God that the driver is in a relatively good mood that evening. But you look up briefly and you both lock eyes through the glare of the windshield from the streetlights. And you can see that he's not having a glorious evening, and then it happens. The absolute disbelief that you feel come over you like you've never felt before when you see that you will not reach the bus stop in time, and he in fact will not stop the bus for you. And he even blasts the gas one more time on you to make it feel extra special that you gotta now wait in the freezing cold for another hour or so. And after all of that, all you can say is, "Too bad." If you want to see my son's music video and listen to his albums, I will leave the links in the description for you. Women, if you want to scare the living bejesus out of your husband one day, just smile really big and say, "Notice anything different?" Hey, sometimes I wonder what the people who type the letter U instead of Y-O-U do with all of their free time. Looking back at another year, I definitely have a lot to be thankful for, but I'm going to give a special shout out to Ecklectic. So the girlfriend walks in on her boyfriend putting on a condom. "What are you doing?" she inquired. He said, "Wrapping your Christmas present." Oh! Hey, just a side note. Normal as we knew it is never, and I mean never, coming back. So get off of your knees, Resist, 'cause I assure you what they got planned is far worse than anything they've already done.
Ground control to Major Tom.
What do priests do to stay in shape? Exercise. For me, a very large group of people is called a no thank you.
If you smell.
Did you hear about the really poor guy's Christmas? When he was growing up, his family was so poor that if he didn't wake up with a heart on Christmas morning, he'd have nothing to play with.
What you talking about, Willis?
Why is the angel on top of the Christmas tree always frowning? Well, would you be smiling if you had a tree up your ass? What's the same between a real Christmas tree and a heroin addict? They leave needles everywhere. Isn't it funny that Hallmark shows you how to fall in love with men, but Lifetime shows you how to kill them? What can a bird do that a man can't? Whistle through his pecker. Hey, I don't know about you, but I don't really mess around and watch soccer, football, unless it's the big Euro or World Cups. 'Cause if I wanted to watch somebody struggle to score for 90 minutes, I'd go out to the club with my friends. Ah, yes, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. The 4 stages of Bruce Jenner.
If you smell.
Ah, yes, gender. You may not know that many non-living items have a gender. Here's 4 clear examples for you. Ziploc bags. They are male. Why? 'Cause they hold everything in, but you can still see right through them. Hot air balloon. They are male. Why? 'Cause to get it to go anywhere, you gotta light a fire under it. And of course, there's the hot air part. Hourglass. For sure a female. Why? 'Cause over time, the weight shifts to the bottom. Remote control. This one is female. I'm sure some of you thought it'd be male for sure, but consider this. It gives a man pleasure. He'd be lost without it, and while he doesn't always know the right buttons to push, he keeps trying and trying and trying. Did you hear about the new Christmas-themed porno they made? Yeah, it's called Here Comes Santa Claus, Here Comes Santa Claus. I remember one Halloween a trick-or-treater came by my door dressed as Rocky Balboa with the boxing gloves and the satin yellow shorts, the black eyes, everything. But like 15 minutes after I gave him some goodies, he returned for more. And I said, "Aren't you the same Rocky who left my doorstep like 15 minutes ago?" And he said, "Yes. But this is only part 2. I'll be back 3 more times tonight."
I'll be back.
Last December, a woman caught her husband in bed with the ghost of Christmas past. She screamed, "What the hell is going on?" And he said, "Babe, relax. I'm just trying to get into the holiday spirit." Did you hear that Tampax has announced that they'll be removing the string from their tampons? Yeah, they're replacing it with tinsel. It's for the Christmas period only. Have you heard about the man who calls his pee-pee the Grinch? Yeah, it's 'cause it's 2 sizes too small.
What you talking about, Willis?
Prostitute walks into a bar on Christmas Eve and orders a glass of wine. "So, what did you ask Santa for this year?" the bartender asks. $200, the prostitute replies, just like everybody else. What do bodacious breasts and big tall Christmas trees have in common? When you see really nice ones, you gotta ask, real or fake? Knock, knock, who's there? Ho, ho, who? Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!